Hello, hello, hello. Pajama Gramma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with today's Expert Secrets lesson. Today we're talking about Epiphany bridges, secret number 6. Yesterday we talked about the one thing, your one main thing, and we came up with our, looking at it still, our big domino statement. And so if you're struggling with that or having any trouble with that, go ahead and put it in the comments. Let's shoot each other messages and help one another out, and I'll be glad to help you with your one thing big domino statement, because we're going to need this as we go throughout the rest of the training. So we want to try to knock it out. It might not be perfect the first time through, but it'll continue to improve them. But we actually have to have something to build on. So you want to make sure that you've gotten that done. And now we're going to move into the whole topic of the Epiphany bridge. The Epiphany bridge, it's really a great concept. If you've ever seen the movie Inception, really interesting movie about a team of people that go into people's dreams and give them ideas as if they were their own. And it's kind of the same thing that we need to do when we're getting people into our new opportunity. We need to help them to emotionally connect with our product or service or what it is we're trying to teach them before we can ever get them to logically understand or connect with what we're doing. And that's the exact opposite of what we do as human beings. Think of if you've ever been a part of an MLM or a network marketing company. I have. And what got you excited about that? What got you interested in their products or services in the first place, or about the opportunity in the first place? Because it's that emotional connection, that aha moment that you had that got you excited about it in the first place, that is what you need to tap back into, because that is the only thing that people want to know about when they are considering whether they'll join your opportunity or join your business or take your course or get connected with you in business or not. It's always based on an emotional connection. That emotional connection has to happen first, or there's no sale made. And this actually makes life so much easier. Once I figured this out, I'm like, oh my God, it's a whole lot easier to share my story of why I'm excited about something than it is to learn and to understand and try to figure out all of the details about all the products or services, or about even my product or service. It's why going forward, you'll find that in our webinar, we're going to teach people about beliefs. We're not going to really talk about the details of our product or service hardly at all. And that's because people don't care. They don't care about what you have to offer them until they understand and believe at an emotional level that you really can help them and that you really have something that will benefit them. And we do that by building an Epiphany bridge. The Epiphany bridge takes people from the emotional aspect of why they should be involved with you in your new opportunity, and it walks them across the bridge to the logical reasons why they should be exposed and a part of your opportunity. How many places have you gone where the salespeople jump on you and then start filling you and sharing all the details and all the benefits about a product or service, and you haven't even decided if you want to look at that product or service? Think of going to a phone store. Nowadays it's about cell phones, and they just inundate you with all the features and benefits, and you don't even care unless you've already come in with the emotional connection saying, yeah, I want to buy an iPhone today. I need a new iPhone. And we do that we use Epiphany bridges to help bridge that gap and get people excited about our opportunity. And here's the really cool part. If I do a good job sharing my story and they create and have their own aha moment, their own epiphany, and decide that they're excited about what I'm offering or teaching them about too, I don't have to do any of the selling or the detail or the description of the technical aspects or the logical aspects of my product or service, because they'll do it themselves. They'll go about doing all the research and finding out about it themselves. I'll give you an example. About 4 or 5 years ago, I got involved in a network marketing company. I'm not really doing it anymore. I like the products, but I'm not doing it anymore for a lot of reasons. But my life got really hectic, and I didn't have time or the energy for it. Mostly I didn't have the energy for it. And the company was growing and expanding and adding a ton of products. And the last time I was involved in a network marketing company that did that, exploded and added a ton of products, they ended up going belly up. And I had put a lot of time and effort and energy into that. So emotionally, I wasn't ready to do that again. But what got me interested in this network marketing company in the first place, because I'm inundated with network marketing company offers all the time. People think that I should be in their network marketing company. I have no idea why, because I'm not interested in it. But they're always hitting me up for it. But this one, what was different is the only thing that people did was they shared their stories. All they did was share the story of how the products had impacted them and changed their health and changed their life. And that's all they did. The whole meeting, the first meeting I went to, was all about people sharing the story of how the product had changed their life and given them their life back in a certain way. And that is actually what got me excited, because hearing those people's stories made me believe that it could help me or other people in my life as well. And that's why I got involved in the company in the first place. And then after that, I went in and I investigated all on my own. I went to their website and I looked up the compensation plan. I looked up the details of each of the products that they had that they were, selling people on. And I did all that homework by myself. So it made it so much easier for the person that introduced me to the company, because instead of them having to convince me to do something or study or research and learn this stuff, I did it all by myself. Now, the problem with that is what happens is we get involved in a new opportunity. We get all excited about it emotionally. We go in and we learn all the technical aspects of it. And then we start speaking technobabble. And we speak in all the details, all the benefits, all the features of this cool product or this cool thing that we're excited about. And no one can hear us, and they actually get annoyed by it because they don't care about it as much as we do, because we haven't taught them or showed them why we care about it. So today what I want you to do is, number one, I'm hoping I talked to you already about adding and creating a stories book, starting to create a book of stories and experiences that you've had in your area of expertise that you want to share with other people. As part of this, I want you to start a section that describes epiphanies that you've had in your life. So you can have a whole epiphanies story section in your book where because we have epiphanies all the time, right? Don't we get excited about stuff all the time? And we get excited about it, but later on we might forget about why we got excited about it. So as you're going through your life from now on, just make note of it. Make note of when you're like, oh my God, that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And why, what was happening, how you were feeling, what your emotions were, what the situation was. And when you had that moment, you want to capture it now, because later on it's harder. For example, I didn't have any trouble coming up with my epiphany bridge or my aha moment story with respect to chronic pain. I just went back to my first hospital experience, and that was the beginning of my whole big experience with that. And then now for what I'm working on, it's called Supersize. I will probably go back to, and I have to work on this a little bit with the rest of you, thinking about what really got me excited about supersizing your business. And I'm going to have to think about that, because I've got some ideas, but I'm not sure what the actual pivotal moment was. So I want to go back and I want to think about that and remember as many details about that pivotal incident as I possibly can, because that's the story that is going to draw people to me and get them excited about learning more about supersizing their business, because otherwise they're inundated with information. They just don't care. And if I start spewing out technobabble, and technobabble can be anything from, it's just all the details and all the logical reasons that you're excited about, or about your business or about your new opportunity, that people don't really care about. They don't care if it's the best system since, the invention of the wheel, in your opinion, until they know why you're excited about it. I was involved in the quality industry for a long time, so I am full of technobabble information about statistics and quality and histograms and things that people don't care one bit about unless they know why I'm excited about quality. Health-related things are laden with technobabble as well, until you tell the story and make the connection of why people should listen to you. And I actually just listened to, over the last couple of days, an entire, I bet it was an hour-long video about eye health. And the reason I kept listening is the guy started out with the story of how he got his wife's vision back to 20/20 without any medication, just by drinking smoothies. And he started with his story of his wife losing her vision and going blind, and how they totally reversed that. Well, that story is what sucked me into listening to the whole program. It wasn't all the details that he went into later in the story about the different plants and extracts and where it came from and why it works. And none of that would have sold me if I hadn't heard this story and I wasn't interested and curious about eye challenges. Since, I read with a magnifying glass, I'm obviously looking for solutions for eye challenges. And there again, another key, solve people's problems. I see thousands of messages a day about health, and they all go right over my head. But when I heard about the eye problem one, and actually my mom sent it to me, so things that my mom sends me I tend to pay attention to, because she doesn't send me that many things. But again, he didn't get to the technobabble or the details of how and why it works until after he had totally sold me with his Epiphany bridge and his story about why it was important. Again, I shared a little bit about the MLM thing. That's huge, and it's so much easier. And actually, I got involved in that MLM business, and you know what? I never shared the details of how or what was in things or how they worked. I always referred people back to the website because I wanted them to do the same thing I did. If they weren't excited enough to go look it up themselves, then I didn't want them in my team. Sorry, I still have that tickle in my throat. It seems to just be hanging on. My sister would say it's allergies, but I say no, I have no allergies. Again, because I don't want allergies. They seem very inconvenient to me. So, we're going to break this into two parts. Tomorrow we're going to talk about kind of like bridges because they're important. And over the next few secrets, we're actually going to talk about exactly how you structure your Epiphany bridge stories. But what I want you to tap into today is really go back and think about where you were, what you were doing, as many details as you possibly can when you had the epiphany, the aha moment about whatever it is, the area of expertise that you are going to share with people. That story, I cannot overemphasize how important it is to be able to find that high drama story or that reason that you were looking for a solution or that reason that you found this or stumbled upon it or were exposed to it or someone shared it with you that got you into this topic that you decided you were so excited about you were going to study and learn more about. Russell calls it geeking out. Let's be honest, I am a total geek, and so I geek out on a lot of stuff. But what got you involved in your thing in the first place? What caused you to want to research and study and learn more and grow and find, and in this case, actually create your own solution for other people? What got you so excited and so passionate about a topic that you wanted to create a solution for other people? That's it for today. Tomorrow we'll talk about kind of like bridges. Go out, make it an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.